Today on our show, we have 4 beautiful seafood dishes. Started out with a sesame seared tuna with 3 sauces, went on to a mahogany seared marinated salmon over a super salad of kale and quinoa, and pan-seared cod with lemon and capers over rainbow potatoes and a tomato relish. And we finished with shrimp scampi, topped with fresh steamed broccoli. Hi, I'm Drew Wandishin, head chef here at Theodora's, and welcome to our food show, Let's Eat. Welcome back. We're going to start with our first dish, our sesame crusted tuna with 3 dressings, which is featured on our menu here at Theodora's. I'm very proud of it. Once again, this is our seafood show, so the most important thing that you could possibly imagine is you want to make sure that the seafood is of the utmost freshness. So these 4 dishes today, you're going to love them. I can't wait. We're going to start off today with the tuna, the sesame crusted tuna. We're going to put our house rub on here. Just start covering the tuna. I want to show you one of the easier sauces that we use on this tuna dish. It's real simple. Takes a little bit of sour cream and your wasabi, imparting wasabi in the rub, as well as wasabi into one of the sauces. And you could use yogurt if you want to make it a little bit lower in fat. You could use mayonnaise. Here at the restaurant, we use sour cream for richness. Next, let's get our wontons ready for garnish. Because you know me, I like crispy I like textures. So we're just gonna turn these into strips because these are gonna get deep fried and placed on top for a garnish. A little bit of olive oil in the pan. Okay, the nice thing about tuna is it only takes, let's see here, hear that sear? That's so important. There's that sear. We're gonna sear this on all the sides, okay? Want to make sure your pan's hot. Jiggle your tuna a little bit. As you can see, it's not going to take long. It's going to take about 30 seconds per side. I like crispiness. It's one of the reasons why I like to use this, and you will see this on the dish. We're going to start frying these, and they take a brief moment. You want them golden brown. We're going to cover them a little, and 20 seconds later, we're going to start turning the tuna. Shake off some of the excess oil. We're now on our last side of the tuna. So you're talking only a brief moments seared on each side. 20 to 30 seconds, depending on your preference. And look at how beautiful. That's what we're looking for. You want that sear on all the sides, and you want that medium rare to rare interior. A little wasabi sour cream down the plate. Now next, we're going to do a little drizzle of our ponzu. Or it could be plain soy, and then our spicy mayonnaise right down the middle. And then let's get our wontons. For a little textural bite, we'll go right in the middle with them. That's beautiful. Sesame encrusted tuna with 3 sauces and crispy wontons. Second dish on our seafood show. Like I said, you're gonna see, throughout the course, you're gonna see some dishes that are on the menu and then some featured dishes. This we're featuring this week is a marinated salmon with a super salad. And when you see the salad, you'll see why it's super. Okay, first and foremost, the marinade. Now, It's a real simple marinade. You want to briefly cook it to melt down and infuse the flavors, and then you want to marinate your salmon for about 12 hours. See, that's just it. We're talking about marinades today because with fish, some fish will take for a longer marinade, and then you'll see like the tuna was just a brief dry rub marinade. So we have 3 limes here, and this is actually going to be enough marinade to, this be enough marinade for 4 fillets, 4 salmon fillets. 2 cups of soy. Okay. 2 cups of orange juice, freshly squeezed, preferably. Okay. Interesting, right here. About 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. Okay. What we have here is rice wine vinegar. About 1/4 cup of rice wine vinegar. And about 1/4 cup of sherry wine. Okay. Next, 6 cloves of garlic. 1/4 cup of honey right in. You have this off the stove. You let it cool. You want to submerge your salmon. Okay. This is what it's going to look like before it goes into marinade. This is what it's going to look like after the marinade. 12 hours later. A little bit of walnuts go in the salad. So what you want to do is you want to perfume these by getting them in the oven for about 10 minutes till they start to roast. So let's get those right in the oven. Wait till you see the color that the beautiful color that this salmon takes on. A little press down to get a nice even coat. Quinoa is very simple to make. It's pretty popular now, and it's great for you. Okay, this is what it looks like uncooked. I have 2 types here, red and your traditional quinoa. First and foremost, you want to rinse it real well, and like rice, you have a 2-to-1 ratio. So say you have a cup of quinoa, you want 2 cups of boiling water. And then it easily goes on the stove, comes to a boil, and as you can see, this is what it's going to look like cooked. After 15 minutes with a lid on it, stirring it occasionally, you want to fluff it up with a spoon or a fork. Real simple. I want to show you that mahogany color. It's already starting. Look at that. Look at the nice sear on that. And it's so important to cook your food properly. You know, you don't need any embellishments, no adornments if you're properly cooking food. And that's one of our main goals here at Theodora's. We want it to taste really well, but our main goal is to make sure that the flavors are there and you enjoy it and you're having fun here. Okay, flipped one time, into the oven with your walnuts. So you're looking at an 8 to 10 minute preparation time after you've did a little bit of your prep. Okay, back over to the salad. Let's get a little bit of this quinoa mixture here. You know, for 2 pieces of salmon, you're looking at 2 cups. So we got 2 cups of quinoa cooked. Okay. Next, a real simple ratio of 3-to-1 lemon juice to olive oil. This is our vinaigrette for our salad. Healthy, light. Let's get our 1 cup of chopped kale in to the quinoa. We have about a 1/2 cup of feta cheese. We want to go in there. And a 1/2 cup of sun-dried cranberries. That's what makes it such a super salad. All these ingredients right now are just shining, healthy. You got your beautiful fish in the oven cooking, your walnuts that are going to come out here. Right there you have a 1/4 cup of diced red onion. Your preference. Use scallions. Don't use onions at all. Once again, the addition and subtraction to satisfy one's desires. Okay? A little bit of pepper, white pepper, black pepper. Here's that vinaigrette, the 3-to-1 ratio. 1 part lemon, 3 parts olive oil. Start dressing your quinoa. And we're just gonna hit it with a little dash of kosher salt because you have the feta cheese in there, which is gonna act as a salt component. So as you see this salad being tossed, it's showing, you know, it's beautiful. The flavors. Let's get the walnuts out of the oven and chopped up in. Okay. About 8 minutes later, you know, they're nice and, you can smell them. Nice and nutty, fragrant, perfumey. I love toasting nuts, letting them cool a little bit, and then getting them, you know, using it as a crunch. There's your crunch component in your salad, in your dish. So we're going to put a brief chop on this. You don't have to get fancy if you don't want to. Once again, you have an allergy, omit it. Omit the walnuts. Let's get these right in. Toss it around. And this salad could function as a lunch. You know, I wanted to do it this time of year for its health benefits. You know, it's just a great dish to have going this time of year. Okay. Look at how nice and mixed up that is. Let's see what we have here. We're gonna have a taste. I love it. Your 2 types of quinoa, your cranberries. You're gonna love this. You're gonna want to throw this salad in your lunch. You're gonna want to throw grilled chicken over it. Let's get our salmon out. Look at this. About 8 minutes later, same as the walnuts, you know, it's starting to flake. See that see how the piece is flaking? You got a nice medium. That's all you're looking for. You don't want to overcook it. There's our mahogany salmon. On your super salad of quinoa and kale. We have a wonderful garnish here. We're going to take a little more of the lemon vinaigrette just around the plate. Remember, we're marinating today, fish. And then let's get a nice garnish on here of some raw sliced thin carrots and scallions, just for another crunch factor, along with the walnuts. And that's the dish. Our mahogany salmon over our super salad of kale and quinoa. We're going to move on to another dish that's off the menu, our pan-seared cod with capers and rainbow potatoes and cherry tomatoes. Okay, first and foremost, back to marinating. Cod is a type of fish that will take to a lighter marinade. You don't need to marinate it as long. This is actually one of my favorite marinades. I've used it before, but first and foremost, we're going back to the quality of ingredients and the product itself. I only buy cod with the skin on. It's called market cod. It denotes that it's a lot fresher, out of the water a lot less. And look at how beautiful this is. This is the quality we get at the restaurant. Okay, so I'm going to take the skin off of it, which is real simple, and we're going to get that marinade going, because we want this to marinate for about 20 minutes. That's it. It's going to take to it. You know, cod's such a beautiful fish. I love working with it. I'm, you know, very fortunate. Early in my career in Rhode Island, I was around a lot of it, so there's so many applications to cod. But once again, high quality ingredient. You don't need that much embellishment or adornment. You want the fish, the ingredients underneath it, the vegetables, to actually shine. So wait till you see how this looks. Okay, first we're going to cut it into portion sizes. We're just going to go with 2 here. We're going to get it in the marinade, okay, on a plate. Remember, this is just a 20-minute marinade, okay? And one of my favorite marinades, by the way. Next, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I think you can marinate any fish or seafood in this marinade. A little bit of Tabasco, okay? There's a little bit of a spice note. So you have your, you have your spice note, you have your saltiness. Here, this is wine. A little bit of white wine. Okay? Why do we use wine? Flavor, moisture, a little bit of black pepper. As well as now you're cutting back on the fat, the amount of fat components going into your marinade. You don't have these heavy oils or butters to marinate. And a little bit of lemon juice. See, the nice thing about this dish, is, and I'm going to show you, I have a gluten-free flour here. We're going to put a nice little crust on it when we sear this. So we have about a juice of 1 lemon, okay? After 10 minutes, you want to turn your fish to make sure that you're marinating both sides. Or just make sure you're incorporating the marinade. This is one of my favorite marinades. I do love to marinate fish at home like this. And as you can see, wine, lemon, Tabasco, Worcestershire, a little bit of black pepper. You don't want salt because it'll start to cook the fish itself. Okay? So we're going to briefly marinate that for 20 minutes. Okay, we're back at the stove. Most important thing is to have your pans going, your oven hot, and some of your ingredients pre-done. It always helps to make for an easier transition into the dish. So I have my pan on, getting nice and hot. This dish, like I said, is on the menu. It's our lemon caper cod over rainbow potatoes with pan-seared cherry tomato relish. It's real simple. First thing you want to do is you want to, whatever your preference of potato. We like to use rainbows here because of the different colors, and they're just beautiful. It looks nice on a dish, you'll get to see. You just boil them, fork tender, as you can see. Real simple, the fork goes right through them, and you know they're done. About 20 minutes. Real simple. We have them, okay? But like I said, let's get back over to our cod. It's been marinating for 20 minutes in our lemon juice, Tabasco, white wine, a little bit of pepper. We're gonna take our gluten-free flour, and we're gonna get like a little exterior crust on it, okay? At the restaurant, we use Ritz crackers, but we like to customize. I'm gonna season with a little pepper and a little salt. Now, if you wanted a little bit more spice note, feel free to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. You know, you're having fun in the kitchen. You know, you're cooking for people you love. So get experimental. You know, put Old Bay in if you want a little bit of a Chesapeake flavor to it. Keeping it simple. Gluten-free flour, salt and pepper. Next, we're gonna lightly dredge our cod. We're gonna take it out of the marinade. It's only been marinating for 20 minutes. We're gonna go over to the stove. We're gonna test our pan. As you can hear the sizzle already, so that's indicating that we're good to go. Lightly, because here's how this is activating. It's gonna create a crust, obviously, but it's gonna keep the fish inside moist. You know, because fish has, especially cod, has a tendency to dry out. Nice sear on there. Okay. Let's check our fish real quick to see if we got a nice golden brown on the outside, because this could, once again, go right in the oven while you're getting the rest of your other ingredients. Look at the look of that. Look at how beautiful that is. A little bit of golden brown. Okay, let's get this guy in the oven. And once again, you see how you have your crust going? This is only going to take about 8 minutes till it's perfectly cooked. Let's go in the oven. Okay, on to our tomato relish and our rainbow potatoes. We got our pan nice and hot, as you can hear it. We have our rainbow potatoes. We're gonna add these, we're gonna add them first, just a couple, okay? Get a little flame there, don't be scared. We have our purple, our red, and our yellow. The reason why you wanna add those first is you wanna start getting a little bit of a crunch on them, almost like a fish and chip, okay? Turn them over. You're not gonna season yet. We're gonna take some batons of scallion and go right in. Little batons of scallion. could be omitted. I like it. I like the way it stimulates the appetite. I like the way it keeps you hungry. Some chopped cherry tomatoes, cherry, grape tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes out of your garden. And this is just a brief saute. You want to wilt down. You hear the sizzling. You want to start breaking the skins on the tomatoes. Lightly seasoned, just a little bit of salt. You don't need much. A little bit of pepper. And that's the relish. Okay, let's get our blistered tomatoes, scallions, a little lightly scented with garlic and thyme. Beautiful flaking. A little bit of capers for a little saltiness, as well as lemon. And once again, we're going to bring out that lemon vinaigrette, just to lightly dress. That's the dish. Lemon caper cod over rainbow potatoes with a tomato relish with scallions. On to our last dish. Today I chose a pretty familiar one, shrimp scampi. But I want you to see that we're going to use that same marinade as before on the shrimp. You know, often you're wondering how to impart flavor quickly and such a small protein, and then this will work. You have your wine, once again, like I said, you have your lemon juice, and this is nice for shrimp scampi, a little spin-off. You have a brief flavor enhancer before you go and get to the stove. A little bit of Tabasco, and this is once again a 20-minute marinade. A little bit of Worcestershire. With our shrimp scampi, I like to serve a little bit of broccoli. So we're going to get that in some water to get it blanching, because shrimp, being marinated for about 20 minutes, is not going to take long. We're talking about 15 to 25 seconds per side. It's going to be done. We have this on the menu. Look at the caramelization. Okay, the rest of the ingredients. Now, what you want to do is add your garlic. Everybody has a version of shrimp scampi. Feel free to, obviously, to experiment. Like I said, we have a little bit of shallots here, garlic and shallots. That's about a teaspoon each. At this point now, you want to lightly season, okay? A little bit of cracked pepper. Very little salt, because the shrimp are salty. A little bit of red pepper flakes. This is gonna, when you add the wine and when you add the cream and butter, it's all these flavors now are gonna impart into the sauce beautifully. You got a little bit of caramelization on your garlic. Golden brown. Golden brown, you want a little activation. I'm a firm believer, garlic should not be pale. It should be golden brown. Your white wine, a good amount. Because you want to finish your shrimp, you want to start building your sauce. So I'm putting about a half a cup of white wine in. A little bit of lemon juice, about a half a lemon. You have about 11 shrimp here, half lemons, plenty of lemon juice. A little bit of cream. Your cream is your vehicle to transport all the herbs, which have, as you noticed, I haven't used yet. Next, a little bit of butter, about 2 tablespoons. You know, there's really no need to put the fresh herbs in. You're going to muddle them. You have your concentrated, dried in. You're going to put your scampi sauce right over. Look at that. Now you're going to garnish with your broccoli. Not only is it, once again, texture, but it's also healthy, and the color is beautiful. Feel free to substitute cauliflower. Feel free to substitute pasta. And here we go. Fresh parsley. Fresh basil. Right at the end for a little pop. And there it is. There's the dish. Shrimp scampi with fresh herbs and broccoli. Hope everyone enjoyed. How honored I am to prepare all 4 of these dishes. Sesame encrusted tuna with 3 sauces, topped with crunchy wontons. Mahogany seared salmon over a super salad of kale, quinoa, and a lemon vinaigrette. Lemon caper cod over rainbow potatoes and blistered tomato relish. Shrimp scampi topped with fresh steamed broccoli and fresh herbs. Hope you enjoyed watching me prepare these 4 delicious seafood dishes here at Theodora's. I'm Drew Wandishin, and thanks for joining us on our food show, Let's Eat.